Hi everybody, hope you're having a good day. Today we're going to talk about emotions, which to a lot of folks is a 4-letter word. So we're all just energy. If you look at us on a molecular level, atomic level, we're just atoms. There's space in between us and they vibrate, which is effectively frequency and energy. So emotions are just energy in motion. If you look at how emotions flow through us, if we get stuck in an emotion, if we get something that we don't really deal with, we may forget that we still have that baggage we have to clear. But what ends up happening is it ends up blocking that energy flow. So what happens when you block the flow of water? You dam it up. It builds up, slows the flow of things down. Same thing happens with emotions. You know, energy, fluid, look at it that way. So as we stop dealing with our emotions and actually identifying what's causing us to feel the way we're feeling and accepting it and moving through that, we end up blocking up our emotions. So that motion slows down, sometimes stops. Over the course of time, that'll manifest physically and end up causing us some physical health problems. What we end up doing is ignoring and boxing it up, putting it in a closet, and just forgetting about it. That's not healthy. It's not the right thing to do. It also ends up changing who we become over the course of time. So if we've experienced a trauma or anything that causes us to have any sort of heavy emotions, what we end up doing is expressing them in ways that we're comfortable. Society doesn't really allow us, especially men, to express sadness or fear. Peer pressure, society in general, as well as who we think we should be, or who we think society expects us to be, dictates how we deal with our emotions. And where we end up going is down a path of expression, wrongful expression of these emotions. So what society tells us is we're not allowed to feel fear or sadness, but what we are allowed to feel is anger. So what we end up doing is expressing this fear or sadness as anger. And through that, obviously, causes problems. We can take that out on inanimate objects around us, our pets, our spouses, our children, those around us. So as we express this anger, we cause additional emotional impact on those around us who are trying to support us. Doesn't do anyone any good, ends up breaking up relationships. If it gets to the point where it becomes physical or violent, then we take a completely different path at that point. The important thing to realize is why you're feeling what you're feeling and actually truly identifying that emotion. When you identify that emotion, it allows you to actually work through it and kind of untangle the web of emotion that you're feeling from the event or whatever it may have been that has caused us to carry this emotional baggage, so to speak. One of the things you have to remember is as you work through this, when you begin to heal and express these emotions in a healthy manner, we've hurt those around us, including ourselves. So we carry a certain bit of guilt because of that, and those around us may carry resentment. So we need forgiveness. We need to forgive ourselves. First and foremost, which is one of the most challenging things that we deal with, is forgiveness, especially self. And we need the help of those around us, those that we've hurt, to allow us to complete our healing process as well. And they need us to come forth and openly admit and own what we've done, whether it's verbally, physically, emotionally. So many different ways that anger can manifest itself. So on the positive side, one of the important things that emotions can also do is emotions are very, very powerful. And if you've ever watched The Secret or any of the videos about the law of attraction, and it talks about putting forth your thought into a direction or towards a goal in order to achieve that which you're desiring, the concept of emotions adding to that makes that even more powerful. So what I mean by this is, whenever you're picturing a goal, something you need to attain or want to attain, imagine yourself actually having attained that goal. And what that ends up creating for us is an emotional ownership of that goal. So the power of emotions you can help utilize to attain that goal. So not just through the power of attraction, but the using the feeling that you get, that you imagine you would get when you have attained that goal, the joy, the happiness, the completion, all of those things add that much more energy and power into your search for attainment for that item. So remember, emotions aren't just negative. They help define who we are, how we handle those emotions, even more so. And it's important to identify what you're feeling and why you're feeling it, whether it's positive or negative. Help you work through and identify the ways to become more healthy and emotionally, physically, and just spread more love and joy. Hope you've enjoyed this. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch up with you guys soon.